I'm Annette, your resident sex expert, and this is the S Word. This is the judgment-free show for open and honest conversation about all things sex. Be sure to like and subscribe and go ahead and hit that bell so that every time I post a new show, you'll get a notification. As always, remember, I am not a doctor, so before taking any advice, please be sure to consult your trusted healthcare professional. This show is for mature audiences only. So if you are under the age of 18, this show is not for you. This episode's sponsor is Epic Sites by KD. From birthdays to models and families, lifestyles, special occasions, and everything in between. Contact Kimberly Davis of Epic Sites by KD for a personal consultation of all of your photography needs. Kimberly Davis can be reached at 205-382-6762 or krdinitiative@gmail.com. That's Epic Sites by KD. Y'all know what this song's about, right? Y'all remember this? So, if you didn't know already, May is Masturbation Month. So, what better topic to discuss on this episode? So, let's get into it. Now, with everything sex, we know there's always going to be arguments for and arguments against whatever the topic is. That's why this is the S word, because we know the subject of sex and all things sex can be taboo, especially in the Black culture. So today, let's break it down. All right, so masturbation. We already know what it is, so we don't even have to go into the definition of it. So let's just break down why people are against it, why some are for it, what are some of the benefits, as well as some of the adverse effects of masturbation. As I said before, a lot of our issues or a lot of our ideals about sex have been passed down to us from generation to generation to generation. A lot of them come from different or various religious views as well as societal norms. Masturbation is no different. A lot of people feel like it's a sin to masturbate. While the Bible does not specifically talk about masturbation, a lot of people bring up the book of Genesis, where Onan was killed for spilling his seed. And with just like a lot of Bible scriptures and parables or what have you, sometimes we take things out of context. So let's talk about it. All right, in the book of Genesis, I think it's somewhere around chapter 33 through 38, maybe, beyond there. You've got Judah. Well, Judah has two sons, Eb, I think it's Eb, and Onan. Eb was married to Tamar. Eb died. And back during biblical times, you had what's called a levirate. I may not be pronouncing it correctly, but levirate marriage. So basically, with a levirate marriage, what's supposed to happen is if there's a man who's married to a woman and he dies and he has a brother who basically grew up with him, that brother is supposed to take that woman as his wife, basically to continue the namesake or the family name. She's not supposed to marry outside of that family. And in this case, that's what was supposed to have happened. So basically, Onan was supposed to take Tamar and have children with her. The problem with that is those children would not have been of Onan's lineage, but of his brother Eb's. And Onan didn't want that. So what he did, and this is what a lot of people reference to, when he would go to have sex with her and they say that he spilled his seed, a lot of people think that he went in and masturbated. That's not what happened. The Bible specifically states, they call it, when you go into her. So going into her means having sex with her. So he had sex with her. However, when it was time to ejaculate, he would pull out. So that's one myth. Like I said, the Bible does not specifically say anything about masturbation itself, but that's what a lot of people reference. So we're going to dispel that. He did not masturbate. He simply pulled out. And the consequences of him pulling out was basically it kind of created this snowball of actions that basically got him killed. Tamar ended up being a prostitute. And what she did was basically how to dress herself up so the people of the town would know who she was. Judah ended up sleeping with her, not knowing who she was. He thought he bought him a prostitute, and come to find out it was his daughter-in-law, and which he impregnated her. So being that that particular child would come from Judah, which was the father, it blotted Onan and Eb out of the book of Israel. So that's why God killed Onan. So it wasn't because of masturbation. It was because he pulled out because he wanted his own children. He didn't want his children or the children he created to have his brother's name. And like I said, it just created a snowball of effects that got him killed. So moving on from that, another myth is that masturbation can cause health issues like blindness or male pattern baldness, low sperm count, etc. That's not true. There's been no scientific studies that state that that's true. As far as the low sperm count, if you got a low sperm count, you got a low sperm count. Men can actually, for lack of better words, regenerate sperm well into their 80s or 90s. That's why, Hugh Hefner, rest in peace, had a child, I think, in his 80s, because men can create babies or produce sperm, for a very long time. Women, however, we're already born with all the eggs we're going to have throughout our lifetime. That's why, after 35, it's, your pregnancy is considered high risk. The risk, so many risks, elevate at that point. So like I said, we got all the eggs we're going to ever have, but men can regenerate sperm over and over and over again. So as far as it creating a low sperm count, that's not true. Also, it is a little different than the sperm that comes out when you have intercourse. Based on my research, they don't know why. It's just something within the body, I guess, that tells that hormone. And it could be just the power of the pussy, It could be our hormones or our estrogen reacting to your penis. And, God created beautiful beings, with complex people. So some things just can't be explained. But anyway, sometimes people say it can create relationship issues. Like when it comes to addiction or feeling like it decreases your sensitivity for sex. That is not true. As far as it decreasing your sensitivity, really the issue with that is, and it's more so men and maybe women too, women too, it's all in how you do it. So basically, if men, if you masturbate and you always have this tight grip on your penis, but the woman that you're having sex with, if her walls aren't as tight as your grip, then you're going to feel like, well, me masturbating has, decrease my sensitivity for sex. That's not it. That's just how your personal touch is going to be different than somebody else touching you. Same thing with women. You know, whatever techniques you use on yourself, more than likely are going to be different than what your partner uses. Now, you know, like we said, masturbation can improve sex. Let's talk about mutual masturbation. So that's basically with yourself and your partner in the same room, and you can either do each other or you do you, whatever the case may be. So it's great for lazy sex. You know, if you're tired, or women, when we're on our cycle, some women don't, you know, want to have sex on their cycle. That's all well and good. But for those that don't, you can go ahead and jack him off, and you good. You know, you can roll over and go to sleep, and you can too. Sex education, just like I said. How can your partner know what you like if you don't know what you like? So you all, you know, make it fun, you know, make games out of it. Show and tell. Basically, you know, if you got your partner, make him lay on the bed or sit in a chair and you masturbate in front of him, and be vocal about what you're doing. That way he knows what it is you like. You know, when you touch yourself in a certain spot in a certain way, you know, he's paying attention to that. He knows what it is he can do, you know, to make you come. Same thing, vice versa. Hide and peek. That's another cute one. Basically, you know, you're in the bathroom or whatever by yourself, and you set your mood however you like it, you know, with your candles, whatever the case may be. And then tell your partner, basically, you don't have to give him a particular time or give her a time, but let him kind of peek in at you. And it almost creates a sense of voyeurism. And like I said, just keeps it fun, keeps it spicy, you know, finding something else to do than just, hey, baby, come on. Hey, baby, come on. You know, after a while, it gets boring. I think we already know that masturbation is great for long distance relationships, phone and Skype sex. I don't think I really need to elaborate, but there are many toys and what have you, or intimate wellness products, and I'll post those in the description box, or some ideas for those in the description box that you can use with your partner, even at long distances. Bring in the toys. Just like I said before, a bullet can be a woman's best friend. It's so small and discreet, but let him use it on you. There's also the TENGA eggs or pocket pussy, you know, for men. You know, grab one. If you don't, like I said, it's for that lazy sex. If you don't really feel like doing a lot, grab that TENGA egg. And that's also good for oral sex, ladies. Like, there are some women who can't deep throat, or you got a gag reflex. It is what it is. But basically, what that TENGA egg is, it's basically like a sleeve. And you put it on and you can masturbate. And even if you just got your mouth on the tip, you got something already that's, you know, for the base. But you can use that as well, you know, when you're both in the bedroom together. So there are many ways that you can masturbate together, or, you know, when you're by yourself, it's okay. You know, some people are embarrassed or ashamed about masturbation, but it's completely normal. It's very healthy. Masturbation won't lead you to baldness or cause any physical or mental health problems. It actually has more benefits than adverse effects. I will tell you this, you know, if masturbation interferes with your daily life, or if you no longer want to have sex, then it's time to really seek help from a healthcare professional, because at that point it's something a little bit beyond just the physical. It's got to be something on the inside that's causing that, and it needs to be, you know, figured out. But that's all I got for y'all today as far as the masturbation point. If you got any comments, let's continue the discussion. Drop down in the comment box and tell me what you think. Be sure to shop with me at sweetnothingsonline.com. That's sweetnothingsonline.com, where I have all of your intimate wellness products as well as lingerie. And all of our products are phthalate and paraben free. All orders over $75 receive free shipping. And as always, it's discreet. That's sweetnothingsonline.com. The Pocketbook Perspective. This is the portion of the show where I give advice, basically from letters or discussions I've had with people. And it could be something that could help other people as well. So here we go. Pocketbook Perspective. Let's get into it. Dear Annette, I've been in a relationship with the guy for about 6 years. Although I've never met his family and he's never met mine, I really felt like we were on a path somewhere. However, in the recent weeks, I found out that in a couple of weeks, he'll actually be getting married. I really want to go to the wedding and possibly stand up and speak. What do you suggest I do? First of all, don't go to that man's wedding doing it. I get it. He was wrong, and I know it's got to be a hurting feeling for you to have spent that much time, and I'm sure you've given your body over a 6-year period to someone, and then you find out that they're getting married. So I know it creates a bitter feeling. However, if you go to this man's wedding, first of all, if I'm their wife, you're probably going to get your ass whooped if I were. Not necessarily saying that you were in the wrong, but it's going to make you look worse. It's going to make you look worse. So there's a better way to handle it. Okay, so I'm going to be brutally honest. You've been with this person 6 years. You've never met their family. They never met yours. That in and of itself tells me jump off, or friend with benefits or whatever, not girlfriend material or not girlfriend. So like I said, I know because women, we are emotional, and when you're having sex with somebody for 6 years, at some point some kind of emotion is going to get tangled up in them. It is what it is. But don't go to that man wedding. Just leave him alone. At this point, she ain't getting no prize. So what's the point of you going and interrupting the wedding? It's as if you still want him. Is that what you want? You want somebody that has treated you like this for this amount of time, and now they're going off to marry somebody else with no concern for you. So why don't you just leave him alone? Period. Now, if the subject came up and she were to confront you or whatever, then you can let have and give it all to her. This is what I thought he was mine, or whatever the case may be. But you never go into a situation. I hope if you plan on going, I hope you're not planning to go by yourself, honey, because you're gonna get beat up. So my advice would be, at this point, you got a clean slate. At this point, you don't have to be bothered with him. Like, you go right on with your new wife, and y'all have a happy life, and leave me alone. Block that number. Baby, you got to have more love and respect for yourself than anybody else in this world. I know a lot of times we harp on the woman, and what have you, and a lot of people say, well, you need to get on the man's case, da, 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 da. Well, at this point, So now it's your time to get out. She's not winning. She's not getting nothing good, So what, you ain't losing nothing. Yeah, you lost 6 years, and that's time you can't get back. But at this point, you ain't got to wash no dirty drawers. You ain't got to cook for nobody. You don't have to do none of that. So I really don't understand at this point what the problem is besides the fact that you hurt, and we can get over hurt. So my advice would be leave that man alone and stay your ass at the house. And on that note, y'all have a good night. Make sure you check out our sponsor, Epic Sites by KD. From birthdays to models and families, lifestyle, special occasions, and everything in between. Contact Kimberly Davis of Epic Sites by KD for a personal consultation of all your photography needs. I'll leave all of the contact information below in the description box, but her number is 205-382-6762. That's 205-382-6762. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm loving the show. Hope you guys are loving it as well. And I'll see you next time on the S Word.